Hello students, welcome to your computer class. So I hope you are learning the things and enjoying the classes. So as in the last class, we have discussed few of the features of MS Word. Okay, so before moving to the next topic, let us revise that what we have discussed in the previous class. So in the last class, we have discussed few of the uh, about the MS Word window. So in that we have seen the different parts of the MS Word window like quick access toolbar, title bar we have seen. So what is quick access toolbar? The top area where the frequently used buttons are there like save, undo, redo, and we can modify also. Then title bar, the name of the file where it is written at the top of the software window. Then ribbon tab, the whole tab which is having the different options. Okay, then window control button, maximize, minimize we have seen. Okay, then we have seen the scroll bars by using which we can move the page up and down, or also we can move left to right. Clear? Then insertion point we have seen, that the area or the blinking cursor where we begin our writing, that is the insertion point. Then at the bottom we have the status bar where the page number or other things are denoted as the status. Okay, so this can be found at the bottom. And views of the document, views of the document is also at the bottom where we have the different views are visible. We will talk about it when we will describe the different other views of the document. Okay, so this all we have seen in the previous class one by one, and also we have done the practical and we have seen how we can find these in the software window. Then we have seen how to start a new document. So we have seen that a new document is something as we open a new page in the copy. So in the same way, when you open a new document, it is similar to a new page in the copy. So we have seen where to start it. First we will go to the home tab, then the new, then there is an option for blank document. Here it is also written. Clear? And after blank document we will click on the create. So when you will click on the create, a blank page will open. Okay, so this we have seen. Then we have seen how to enter the text. So as we have seen, whatever we are writing, the insertion point keeps moving according to the position where we are typing. And when we have completed the one single line, automatically the text wraps up in the second line and the insertion point shifts to the second point. And in between, if you want to change the paragraph, or if you want to end the sentence or end the line, you can press the enter key. That also will change the line. Okay, so this is how we can use the insertion point. We can press the enter key to change the paragraph. Okay, and one more important thing we have seen, that the whatever if there is any spelling mistake and grammar mistake, as we all know that the MS Word is having the feature of grammar and spelling check. So it checks whatever the mistakes which we are doing. So if there is any spelling mistakes, it will be underlined by the red color, and if there is any grammar mistake, then it will be underlined by a green color. Clear? So this also we have seen in our the MS Word uh, software, and while we were writing, the mistakes were underlined by that. Okay, now today we are going to see further that how to select the text. Okay, so what is selection? Suppose there is a document in which there are multiple lines and you want to select anything from that document. So for that we will use the selecting text. Now let us read this. So before performing any task in the Word, you identify the existing text on which you want to work. So by selecting it. Is it clear? So whatever the if you want to edit something, if you want to make it bold, make it large, if you want to change the color of that, So for all these things, what we need to do, first we need to select और आइडेंटिफाई दैट टेक्स्ट कि हमें कौन से टेक्स्ट को इनलार्ज करना है या कलर चेंज करना है. क्लियर. सो फॉर दिस वी विल यूज द सेलेक्टिंग टेक्स्ट. एंड for example, you select existing text to underline it, align it, change its font size, or apply color to it. Yes, as we were talking about. So why we will select the text? We can select the text to do any other operation on that, any other uh, task on that, like if you want to underline the text, if you want to change the alignment, okay, then if you want to change the color of that. Clear. So these are all the things which can be done on the any selected text. So that is why we need to select any particular text, any word, any sentence, or if you want to make changes in the whole paragraph, that also can be done. Let us now see, erase this and come to the first, that is how to select a word. So how to select a word? Double click the word you want to select, the word will be selected. Okay, to deselect the text, click outside the selected area. This is very simple. So whatever the content is written, so if you want to select a single word, what we will do, we will double click by the mouse. So if I come to the word software, so yesterday we have seen how to start the word software. So there few paragraphs are written. So now if I want to select any single word, so what we will do, we will double click on that. So here it is written, a computer is a machine that can be instructed to carry out sequence of arithmetic or logical operations. So suppose I want to select arithmetic. Okay, so if I double click on that, so here you can see now it is selected. While it is showing the color in blue, it means the text is selected. Okay, and when something is selected, here a new small area will open, that if you want to change the size, color, it will be shown to us. So what is the way to select any single word? Double click anywhere, any word. Suppose I want to select the computer, double click on the computer. Okay, so this way the text will be selected, and when you click anywhere on the document, it will be deselected. Clear? So I hope this is very easy as well, as we use the mobile phone also. So in that also you use these things. Now we have seen how to select a word. Now next is selecting a sentence. So how to select a sentence? Let us see. Press and hold down the control key from the keyboard. What we have to do? We have to press the control key and keep on pressing. Don't release it. Press and hold it down. Okay. Second step, still holding down the control key, click the sentence you want to select. Okay, so it is very simple. Press the control key and click on the sentence which we want to select. Okay, so here you can see also there is one sentence which is selected. Let us try to do this as well. So come to the MS Word, and now we are going to select a single sentence. So I am clicking on the control button of my keyboard, which you will not be able to see. Okay, so I have clicked on the control and I have not released. I have kept, I have I am continue pressing that, and while continue, wherever the sentence I want to select, click that and the whole sentence will be selected. Okay, if I want to select any other sentence, select on that sentence and that sentence will be selected. Okay, so I have clicked the control, I have clicked here, the whole sentence is selected. Clear? In the same way, if I want to select here, I have clicked on control, and when I click on anywhere on the sentence, the whole sentence is selected. Clear? So this is how to select a sentence. Got it? Word we have seen when we double click on the word. Clear? And sentence, if I press the control button and when I click on the sentence, the whole sentence will be selected. Okay, let us come to selecting a paragraph. Okay, so now the selection will be for a whole paragraph. Now let us see how to select a whole paragraph. Place your mouse pointer over the paragraph you want to select and then quickly click 3 times to select the paragraph. The whole paragraph will be selected. How easy it is? What we have to do? We have to point the cursor anywhere on the paragraph and quickly click 3 times. Together when we will click 3 times by the mouse, or if you are using the touchpad or the mobile phone, so on the screen if you will tap 3 times continuously, so it will select the whole paragraph. Okay, so let us try to do this selecting a paragraph. So if I come to the paragraph, let us now click 3 times anywhere. Suppose I want to select the second paragraph, I am clicking 3 times. Clear? So I have clicked 3 times, the whole paragraph is selected. Let us try on some other paragraph. Here on this, yes, this is selected. Clear? So this way we have seen how to select a single word, how to select a single sentence, how to select a single paragraph. It is clear? Single word is by double clicking on that word, then selecting a sentence by pressing the control key, and when we click on the sentence, the whole sentence, a single sentence will be selected. And I want to select the whole paragraph, click 3 times anywhere in the paragraph area, so whole paragraph will be selected. I hope this is clear. So these are 3 selections we have seen. First is word selection, sentence selection, and paragraph selection. Clear? Okay. Now fourth one is selecting any amount of text. What does it mean? Suppose I want to select more than one word. If I want to select some portion of a sentence. Okay. So how to do this? Let us see. Place your mouse pointer over the first word you want to select. Then drag the mouse pointer over the text you want to select. Clear? What we have to do? We have to place the mouse pointer over the first word, and while dragging it, if we click and drag the mouse pointer till where we want to select, it will be selected. Let us do this as well. So if I come to our paragraph, suppose I want to select few words of the first sentence. So let us come to the A, and here the insertion point is blinking. Now click and drag towards the right. So here you can see the word keeps on being selected. We are selecting more than words, and while we are dragging it, it keeps on increasing. Clear? So whatever the area you want to select, only keep on dragging the mouse, the things are getting selected. Clear? So this way we can select a particular section or the area or the number of words you want to select, and when you click outside, it will be deselected. Clear? So these are the 4 type of selection: word selection, line selection, paragraph selection, and any amount of selection, means whatever the number of word you want to select, that can be chosen. Okay, so these 4 type of selection we have seen. Now let us read this. Update your knowledge. So update your knowledge. Okay, let me come. Yes, so you can select the text using keyboard by pressing and holding shift keys while pressing the arrow up, down, left, right and left. Clear? So earlier we have seen how to select using the mouse pointer. Now there is also the option of selecting the text using the keyboard. So for using the keyboard, what we have to do? We have to press and hold the shift key. By using the shift key, if we continue pressing it, and with that you can use the other keys, like the on for playing game also there is some keys, up, down, left and right, the arrow buttons are there. So the same you have to use with the shift key. Clear? So let us read this further first. You can also press shift plus control to select For example, several words in a row. Clear? So if you want to select more than one word or something, so you can use the shift plus control. If you press and hold shift plus control while pressing right arrow key 5 times, you select 5 consecutive words to the right of the insertion point. Is it clear? What we have to do, if we have to select more than one word, so for that what we can do, if we'll press the shift plus control and then the right arrow key 5 times, so 5 words will be selected, means keep on increasing. Let us try to do this. I am erasing this. We have to remember the keys, that is shift plus control. Let us come to the word paragraph which we have written. So suppose the cursor is somewhere here, and if you want to select few of the words to the right side of the insertion point, so press the control shift and the arrow button. So here when you keep on pressing the right arrow button, the text is increasing, and if I want to deselect, you can again press the control shift left, and if you want to select on the left side of that, so you can do the selection by pressing the left key. Suppose I bring the cursor here somewhere, so if I want to select to the left of this area, so you can press control shift, now press the left key with that, control shift left, so this way this text will be selected. Okay, and in the same way, if I press the up arrow, it will select the upper lines, and if I click the down arrow with that, the lower lines will be selected. Okay, so this is how we can use the keyboard also for selecting the text, control shift and the arrow buttons. It can be used left, right or up and down with that. Okay, so I hope this is clear how to select using the keyboard buttons. And the mouse pointer we have already seen by double click, by clicking 3 continuous times. Okay, so this way we have seen the selection, how to select the text in the MS Word software. Okay, now if we come to the next part, that is saving a document. It is very important that whatever the thing you have written, if you want to open it later, if you have closed the computer and if you have not saved, it will be deleted. Why it will be deleted? Because we have seen that all the contents which you are using, that is in the primary memory. We have seen in the previous chapter that primary memory is the RAM and ROM. In our case, the whole content will be in the RAM, whatever the data which you have recently opened. So if you have not saved that document, it will be deleted and you will not be able to open it again. So to find it again, to use the file again, we will need to save the document. So let us now read this, how to save this and why, what it is all about to save the document. The document must be saved into the memory of the computer for its future use. Okay, so why it is important? It is important to save the document so that it can be used in the future. Is it clear? Okay, once the document is saved, you can review and edit it anytime in the future. So it is obvious that if it is saved, then you can modify, you can change it, you can do various other things on a already saved document. You can also use the saved files on other computer apart from using those files later on your own computer. So yes, if the document you have created, if you want to take that document on any other computer, if you want to copy on your mobile phone, clear? So how it is possible? Only it is possible if you have saved the file. So it is clear that if the file is saved, then you can transfer it to other machines also, to other computers, to other mobile phones. Okay, you can send it on the mail to someone, So when you close the Word program without saving your work, a dialog box appears that reminds you to save your work before closing a program. Okay, so it is the option in the computer also that if you have not saved the document and if you click on the close button, it reminds us by giving a reminder said that do you want to save your document. So if you click yes, then it will ask for a file name, that with which name you want to save. Otherwise, if you click on no, it will be deleted. Now let us see what are the steps to save a document. So first step is click on the file tab. File tab is the this blue icon where it is written file at the top corner. Now click on the file tab, a backstage view will appear. So here it is in the backstage view, there are multiple other options. So you can click on the save or save as. So for the first time if you are saving, both are same, that save or save as. We will later see what is the difference between save and save as. Then I will tell you what is the use of save as. For if you are saving for the first time, the function of both will be same. Okay, you can also click the save button on the quick access toolbar to save the file. Okay, so here at the top there is a quick access toolbar. We have seen that quick access toolbar is located at the top where we have the other frequently used icons like undo, redo and save buttons. Clear? So we can save from there also. So we have multiple ways to save the document. So you can click on save, save as, or you can click on the save symbol on the quick access toolbar at the top corner. Okay, so when you click this, what will happen? A save as dialog box will open. Dialog box means a new you can say a small uh, short window where we have the different options to write the name of the file, to save it by any name. So let us read this and then we will try it practically to how to do this. So step number 3 is click on these areas to navigate to the folder in which you want to save the file. So what we can select, whatever the folder in which you want to save the file, you can select from here. Clear? If you want to save on the desktop, if you want to save on any other folder, this can be selected from this area. Clear? So you can choose the folder or the drive where you want to select. Then click on the field name text box and type a name for the file. Okay, so where is the file name text box? File name text box is here. Whatever the name you want to write in the box here. Then click on the save button. Save button is at the bottom. Clear? So the word saves the file and a new file name appears on the title bar. Okay, let us try to do these steps in our document also. So here if I come to my document, so right now it is not saved, so let us try to do this. Now go to the file tab and here you can find, you can see the save as well as the save as button. So you can click on either of these. So let us click on save. So here is the new dialog box. So wherever you want to save it, you can save. So suppose I want to save it on my desktop, so let us click on the desktop. Here I have clicked on desktop and here it is asking for a file name. So you can write a name of the file. So suppose if I want to save this file as we can write computer or something like that, or whatever the name you want. If you want to write your own name, you can choose that. So I am clicking on the file name. So first see, this is the area where you can change the folder, the drive or the place where you want. Okay, and in that drive if there is multiple folders, it will be shown to us and you can choose any of those folders. And the second step was to write the file name. So file name, you can see here it is the file name, and whatever the name of the file you want, you can write in this blank box. Clear? This whole is the save as dialog box. Clear? What is this called as? Dialog box. Which dialog box? Save as dialog box. Clear? Okay. So we have done few of the steps. We have written the name of the file, then we have selected the place where we are going to save. So we are going to save on the desktop, and we have written the name of the file as computer. Now we can click on the save button. So when you click on the save button, the file will be saved, and at the top the name of the file will appear at the topmost, that is the title bar. So here if it is visible, I think it will not be visible because of the smaller size. So here the name of the file will be visible to you. Okay, so this way we have seen how to uh, select the different ways of selection, and also the different steps of saving the file. So what are the different steps in the saving? We can go to the home tab, we can click on the save or save as or the quick access toolbar. If I show you the quick access toolbar, so here it is. Let me use the marker. Okay, so here is the quick access toolbar. So here you can see a blue color symbol above the file tab. Clear? So that is the quick access toolbar, this one. So in this quick access toolbar, the save button is also there. So you can use the save option from there to save your file. Clear? So there are multiple ways using which you can save your file. Okay, now read it further. Let us see what else is remaining. So we have seen till step number 5. So when you click on the save, the word saves the file and a file name appears on the title bar. Let us read the update your knowledge as well. So update your knowledge. So keyboard shortcuts to save a document is Control plus S. So if you want directly to use the keyboard for saving your document, what we can press? We can press the Control plus S together, and it will save the document. It will open the dialog box, the same as we have seen in the previous options. So if you click on the save or save as, it will open the save as dialog box. In the same way, when you press the Control plus S from the keyboard, it will also open the similar window to save your document. Okay. Now, the first time you save a document, Word prompts you for a document name. Prompts means it gives a message or a window. So first time when we are saving the document, it asks us to save the document by a particular name that we have given. So subsequent times means when you are saving it again. So subsequent times you can click the save button on the quick access toolbar or press Ctrl plus S, and the word saves the document using its original name without prompting you. Is it clear? So if you are saving the file for the first time, then it asks for the name. But if you have saved it for once and you have modified something in that, if you have written some extra paragraph, if you have changed the color, something, clear? So for all these modifications, when you want to save further, if you press on the save button or on the quick access toolbar save or Control plus S, so again if you are saving this for the second time or the third time, then it will not ask the name. Only the first time when you are saving it, it asks you the name by which you are saving. Clear? So this is the process of saving. You can save the document for so that it can be used later. Okay, so in the coming class we will see how to save the document in other formats. Other format means some previous versions of the software. Okay, if you have updated the computer, it may be you are using Windows 10, then in the Windows 10 is the operating system, Windows 7 is the operating system, but the software also have some versions. So right now we are reading the MS Word 2010. In these days We are also having the MS Word 2016, 2019 as well. So these are the latest versions of the MS Word software. Earlier the version was 2003, clear. Then before that also there were other versions, like before this century, like 19 in around 2000, clear. So all those versions of the softwares were the older versions. So if you want to save your file in the new version, then how to save your document in the new format. So we will see these topic in the coming class. So before that, whatever we have discussed in the today class and the previous classes, complete and watch the video. And if you have the PC at home, you can try it practically. And if you don't have the PC, even then you can try in the mobile phone also. The mobile phone also have these similar softwares where you can type and select the things, so you can try it there. Okay, so till then, revise the things and learn and enjoy. We will meet again in the further class, and whatever the doubts or questions you have, you are welcome with your queries in the online session we will have. Okay, thank you everyone.